What up? What up? Welcome into another OG episode of the NBA or with the NBA in season tournament. And there were some good games last night, fellas. We were just talking about it off air, and I want to come to you, Babano, because you always do a great job of summarizing the game and talking about them. But let people know what you thought about the elimination games yesterday and how you've been doing.
Yeah, Skee, it was they were good. I mean, especially when in the fourth quarter when you could sense, hey, this is like we win or we're out of this tournament. And when we got into the fourth quarter of both of those games last night, especially the Boston Indiana game, I mean, the intensity teams were really locking in later in that game. The crowd was into it. You could see there was some, John on the floor with the players from both teams. I mean, that's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see some intensity. You wanted to see signs that the players cared a little bit. They were invested emotionally, physically into this in-season tournament. We saw signs of that down the stretch. And great performance by Indiana last night with the win against Boston. And Tyrese Halliburton, shout out to him, triple-double, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, just continues to be playing at such a high level. And you just see the difference without him and what we see from Indiana. He is by far their most important player. But then you get Buddy Hield shooting well like he did last night. Miles Turner chips in. Obi Toppin gives you 12. You get Neesmith and Benedict Mathurin with double figures. I mean, it was a complete team effort against a pretty good Boston team last night. And I'm wondering if this is a sign of what we're seeing here, that you got the younger upstart teams both winning last night. Who was the playoff team last year? Boston. They lost to Indiana, non-playoff team. Look at the other game, New Orleans, Sacramento. Sacramento playoff team last year. New Orleans, non-playoff team. New Orleans got the job done in the second game last night. So the younger teams, the ones that don't have those big season-long aspirations, they're getting it done. Indiana against Boston, of course, New Orleans against Sacramento. It looked like it was going to be a bad night for New Orleans at first, but they turned things around. And Sacramento, just a great performance from Brandon Ingram in particular. 30 points for him, leading the way for the Pelicans in that game. It was a huge performance, and they end up getting the job done. So a very exciting night, I'll be honest. It's taken a while for me to get into the in-season tournament, but I like that they made them isolated games. They're the only two games in the NBA last night were these quarterfinal games in the in-season tournament. Same thing with later this week when they go to the semifinals. They've made it like a spotlight type of event, and I think that's helped as well get people excited about it.
It was exciting for sure. Dutchy, I'm sliding to you. How you feel about it and how you doing it today? I like the hat, by the
Yeah, man. You see the vibe. You see the vibe. I like a couple
way.
comments in the chat. Or, you highlighted one, in particular. But yeah, good to see the real ones holding us down. Saturated. Nets bets in the building. Good to see you, my dude. Justin, as always, good to see you, my man. Uh, you know, I think we talked about a little bit. You talked about a little bit, Ski. The late additions, haven't been the best. And that's really what it was for me yesterday. I was all over the Pelicanos. I knew the Pelicanos was good money. And I had to get on them motherfucking leprechauns, Boston, man, they soft, bro. They're fucking soft. They're the same fucking team as last year. They're soft. And Drew Holiday coming in, I would think would change it, but he's just trying to be another guy in the locker room. He really is. He's just trying to be another guy. And come on, Drew, do better. But yeah, man, the Celtics are frustrating to watch. With all that talent, they still are the same soft-ass team. Don't know who the guy is. Don't know who the motherfucking alpha is on that team. Somebody better step the fuck up. That's all I know. Shout out to Hallie though. If you caught the sets yesterday, me and my boy Wham Bam, we had a nice little one. Mine was De'Ara Fox. His was Hallie. I said, "Who you taking, man?" And obviously he said Holly. And fuck everybody else. And last night you can stand on that. I'm still gonna stand on De'Aaron Fox. But shout out to Hallie. Oh, hell of a game, hell of a basketball player, and a hell of a win by the Indiana Pacers. But yeah, man, it was all Pelicanos down 11 early. I can't lie. After losing Jacksonville first half and Boston last night, I was thinking, oh shit, it's gonna be one of these motherfucking days. The Pelicanos did their thing. I didn't jump on them in game because I had enough on them pregame, but I'm happy they did their thing, came back, handled business, and man, it was playoff atmosphere. Game one, especially with Indiana and Boston in that fourth quarter. Man, the fans were standing, the announcers were hyped. I mean, these boys look like they really give a fuck about basketball, which we really don't see, game 11, 12, 13, usually in the NBA season. So shout out to Adam Silver. This tournament might not have been such a bad idea. And hey, they coming to the city, Wham Bam, Skee. I believe Wham Bam's gonna be here, so we're gonna link the fuck up. We might have to put something on wax coming real soon, because I'm even a little bit happier about this motherfucking tournament because it'll be here real soon, right here in the 702. So yeah, man, we got a couple good games tonight, ready to carry the momentum for the Pelicanos into today. And I did miss being with you guys last Thursday. I miss being with y'all in the chat. It's been kind of a rough weekend. So now that I'm back, let's get back in the black.
Yeah, we back. We grounded. Wham bam. Talk to him. How you feeling about everything? How you doing today?
Yeah, man. That's the only reason why I'm gonna be out there this weekend. It's going to fuck up. It's going up. We got Birdman hands. They said fly Pelicans fly. I had a plan. I'm like, man, maybe Zion Williamson's gonna be MVP. Maybe it's really Brandon Ingram, like my guy does said yesterday. Shout out to him with that one. He did say that. That's for sure. We both was on the Pelicans. That's what we talking about. Shout out to the chat. We can't do this without y'all, man. Shout out to the chat. Dan Kelly with the Knicks money line. We will talk about that. Love you to death. Shout out to Justin. You Capper, our dog, reminding everybody hit the like button. And Wham Anderson, yeah, man. Fly Pelicans fly. I told y'all yesterday I hopped on it. Plus 1,200 to win the whole thing. Right now they plus 300. Hey man, I tried to tell y'all yesterday. I told you it was gonna change once they win. Of course,
Yeah, plus 300.
Plus 300 now. So hey man, it is what it is. Maybe you find another way we can hedge out, do something else. There's other opportunities there. So I like what the Pacers did for sure. Nice playoff vibe. It was we all thought the over was gonna come out that game though, man. It was real playoff vibes there. There was nice slow tempo there. And then as far as that second game, I mean, so both of those games were both head ups for groups. Today is wild card day. So I think today's even more sketchier. You know what I mean? Because both of these teams already played and they both of this like rematches and they're wild cards. So it's another whole nother element, a whole nother sandwich to bite on right here. I feel like so. I'm just excited to talk to y'all about it, man, because I haven't locked in anything here, but I got some very strong plays that I am, and I think Dan Kelly is pushing me towards one of them for sure. So let's talk about it, bro. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's some stuff to like in these games for sure. And let's get to it. We got 2 games on the slate for today. We can start with 559, 560. Knicks, this is the Dan Kelly game too. Knicks at the Bucks, opened up Bucks -6. Oh, my bad. I'm slacking. Where's the banners at? Well, anyway, Knicks, I'll get it up there. Knicks are right now +5. Injury report for both of these teams. Fournier, game time decision. Jeffries, game time decision. Jackson, game time decision for Milwaukee. And Connaughton out, Crowder out. So I'm going to come to you, Dutch, on this one. I feel like you. I'm trying to guess what you're going to bet. I feel like you're not going to like New York here. I feel like you like Milwaukee. Tell the people why you like the Bucks today.
My guy. Hey, this is a tough cap right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like 2 props in this game, and I believe this is one of the sharper lines we will see probably all week. I believe this is a super sharp line. And when I say that, the Bucks have beat these motherfuckers 7 straight times, right? Already once this year. Last 3 games decided by average of 5 points, right here on this number at 5.5. The last 3 games, all 3 have been close. 4 or 5.6 games, all 3 in a row. They won by 4, I believe, this year, despite 45. That's right, 40 motherfucking 5 from Mr. Jalen Buckets Brunson. That's right, man. He's Mr. Buckets. I believe he goes over 26.5. It's a little juice. I like it. 45, 44. We know Dame Time can do an awful lot, but he ain't playing no motherfucking defense. And Beasley, I mean, he'll give you a little bit of defense, but they're losing Crowder, losing Connaughton, 2 of their more athletic guys, 2 of their more, better defenders, in my opinion. So I look for Jalen Brunson to get off tonight. I really do. I like Dame Time over 25.5 points, a little bit better juice on this one as well. He had 30 against them earlier This is a money game, man. Dame time is Dame Dollar, bro. It's Dame Dollar. He's gonna show up. You don't think Dame time gonna show up tonight? You can put Jalen Brunson on him. He'll bust that ass. You can get a little bit of Grimes, whatever. Over 3.5 threes. I'm not too mad at that either. But I'm not gonna get cute. Over 25.5 points. Dame time. It's good money, man. As I mentioned, he had 30 earlier. He's been in and out a little bit. His numbers have been a lot better of late. I like the matchup. It's a big game. Dame time's a big player. Been through the rake coals a little bit. I've been seeing some dumb shit throughout Twitter about this guy, Dame, man. People saying who they would take over him. And come on, man. This guy's an elite player. He'll show it tonight. But I don't believe he's got anything for Jalen Brunson. And really, I don't think Milwaukee really backcourt period has anything for Jalen Brunson. They're already lacking in the defense, and in my opinion, and most definitely now without Crowder and obviously Connaughton as well. As I mentioned, I wanted to bet Milwaukee here. I did, but I started looking at it, man, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think Milwaukee should. I think if you're gonna bet this game, I do believe it has to be the 5.5 with the Knicks. Haven't got to the window. As I mentioned, all three. You lose to these boys 7 straight motherfucking times, and already this year, but really close, grinded out basketball games. The Knicks are in every single one of these games. Personally, they're probably a better basketball team right now than the Milwaukee Bucks from starter to bench. Coaching. I mean, they still got a new coach over there in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So I'm not comfortable laying 5.5 with Milwaukee at the crib. Do I think Dame time finds a way to get it done? And Giannis does his thing, of course. I do. I believe they have the advantage with Brook Lopez down low. And obviously Bobby Portis coming off the bench. But outside of that, man, I think the Knicks are grinded out basketball team will be in this basketball game. I'm going to stay strong with my 2 props right now. Jalen Brunson over 26.5 and Dame time over 25.5. I believe this number is really almost too sharp for me to bet.
Nice 2 props right there. And a couple that I've been hearing, a couple of people in the chat also liking those looks. I also, I can endorse Brunson. I think that's a good look. Dame also sounds pretty good. I can understand that side as well. I'm coming to you here, Bobano. Dutch expecting a couple players to score some points in this game. Do you have any feel on the total between the Knicks and the Bucks? Or are you looking at the side?
Yeah, the total is tricky. Knicks are a team I believe in as far as defensive play is concerned, and they're very capable of that. Everyone's been betting the overs in these in-season tournament games. The over took money in both games last night. The over's taken money in both games tonight. I think I like points more in the later game, Lakers and Suns, than this one. But certainly Milwaukee is not one I'm rushing to bet under. We know they've been an over machine. I kind of lean that way here, but I respect what the Knicks are capable of doing at the defensive end of the court. They're really playing good basketball entering this game, 7-2. Their last 9. I like the plus points here with New York. I think it's a competitive game. I'm still not ready yet to trust the Milwaukee Bucks laying points against a good defensive team. I mean, I've got the Knicks as the better defensive team right now than the Bucks. Simple as that. And I think that's got the ability to keep them in it. It's obviously going to be tough to stop Dame. I actually totally agree with where Dutch is going with those 2 props. I think those are the 2 props you really look at here. Brunson for the Knicks over points and Damian Lillard over points for Milwaukee. I do think both of those are worth a look. You look at the earlier this season they played in Milwaukee. It was a close game. It was 110-105 Milwaukee. The Knicks led. For portions of that game, it was back and forth in the fourth quarter. It went right down to the wire, and it ended up being a 5-point win for Milwaukee. So I just like what I'm seeing from the Knicks. I prefer the Knicks in this role as an underdog. I have not had much confidence this year in Milwaukee laying points against quality competition. So I like the Knicks here getting 5.5.
And I can understand it. I was trying to get there with the Knicks. I agree. They definitely are the better defensive team. I'd argue they're even the better rebounding team too. But I didn't quite get to the window yet. I think you can also look at Brunson assists in this one, over 5.5. It's hit 8 of the last 10 games, but he can absolutely score too. I think the past 2 times he's played them, he's killed them. So good stuff from both of you guys there. And Wham Bam, I'm coming to you.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking a little bit more at the team total. I have a feeling you might look at a couple player props. How you liking this game?
Okay, so I'm Man, like I said earlier, and kind of alluding to what you guys were talking about as well. This big game is kind of tricky. The wild card factor is, and this is an interesting note too. Like next year, it's not going to be ideal, or it's not the same likelihood of both teams playing each other in this group already. Like they had the same group opponent in this wild knockout stage. Like that probably not going to happen again because there's opportunities for other teams in other groups to get this wild card spot. It's just a coincidence that this has happened like this. So um, I just believe that element alone favors the person that lost and the team that lost and the team that possibly, I think that has a better chance of getting a little bit better here. In that last game, there wasn't any RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, man, is the streakiest guy here, obviously on this Knicks side, and we know that the perimeter is what we all talking about. Was what we're talking about. Susceptible for the Bucks. They don't have that much good defense. We know it's not going to be coming from Dame. Their second best defender is coming off the bench, and Bobby Porter's probably like, you know what I'm saying, like. That's probably what they're having. It's not on the perimeter. It's all in downtown, down low there. So RJ Barrett, though, his 11 games that he's played against his Bucks, he's averaging 18 points, well over his 16 and a half of what they said in his points total today. Obviously, he hasn't been able to hit that recently, but he's had 20 plus. He has 20 plus points in 6 out of 7 games that he's played this team. I'm going to dub, bro, and I like him to get a dub today, and I think that that correlating with the Knicks is a good way to get some juice money here. I think it's like plus 450 or some shit like that. I think Dan Kelly kind of pushed me towards that because I already was thinking RJ Barrett. Asked one of our friends that's a Knicks fan. He said he likes him to take it over to 16 points, which it makes sense. He's averaging 18 points against his team. I just think he hasn't even faced this weak ass Dame Lillard team yet. So I think that he gets a chance here. So I like RJ Barrett today to go over the 16 and a half points. And I like the Knicks too. I like them on the money line. I haven't locked that in yet, but RJ Barrett is definitely on my card. I'm gonna lock that one in right now. But as far as the Knicks, I'm very close on just trying to find if this plus 450 is that the best combo I could find for the plus 20. Because I think instead of laddering it up, I think the ladder is only like plus 180 for him to get 20 or some shit like that. I'm just gonna take the Knicks to win with the ladder. If he gets 20 points, I'm already going to just say that they're going to win. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just correlate it like that. So instead of laddering it, I'm going to parlay that ladder there with the Knicks there. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do RJ Barrett, and then I'm going to somehow ladder that Knicks to get the plus 20.
All right, good stuff. I'm gonna look at the team total here, and I see this line is actually dropping now. I have 230 on the screen, which is as high as I think it got earlier, but now I'm looking at 228 and a half, and see if I can get the team totals up there. But I said I'm leaning towards the Knicks. We all talking about this Knicks defense is really good. I mean, the Bucks beat them last time they played, what, 110 to 105, something like that. Well under the 117 and a half team total that we were looking at for today. And in that game, Bucks shot 51% from three. Like, are we really going to expect them to do that again tonight? And like, I don't want to trust Milwaukee's defense because mostly the guards, but I do want to trust the Knicks. So for that reason, I choose Bucks team total under. My screen is not populating for me right now, but I got under 117 and a half. It probably dropped to 116 and a half. I still would take it at that number. And that's how I feel about that. Anything else you guys want to add on this one? All right, we'll keep it moving. Next game up, we'll go 561, 562. That's Phoenix and the LA Lakers. This one opened up Lakers -2. We now see them as a 1.5 point favorite pretty much everywhere. Total opened up 223 and a half, and it is up as high as 230. Injury report for Phoenix. Eric Gordon is game time decision. They'll be without Bradley Beal and Damian Lee. For the Lakers, Anthony Davis, Rui, Vanderbilt are all probable, so likely to play tonight. LeBron is a true game time decision, but he's like that every game. and then Vincent is going to be out here. So I'm coming to you, Wham Bam. Before we got to hear, actually, I think Dutch going to be on our side today. He might be on our side today. But tell the people what to do with this game.
Yeah, man. So this is one of those games that I just want to sit up in here and be a fan of. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I said earlier about the wild card factor, I kind of do feel like there is a little slight here for the Suns here, but not the same as I feel about the Knicks. The Knicks, I feel like they got advantage on matchup wise. They got the advantage, just strength, tenacity today on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think that has nowhere near for the Suns. The only way the Suns could win today is if they come out just streaking hotter than the Lakers, and that's the only way I see them beating the Lakers today. After that, there's no chance here. One thing that does concern me is the line movement is kind of sketchy. I just think that's just someone trying to get the best number that they could possibly get before they could load up on the Lakers. Maybe some slick line movement there. And I'm not yet like my boy Skee said, LeBron James being questionable. Forget about it. He does that all the time. Who cares? And I think I heard Skee on this show earlier. The only time I am going to be worried about LeBron is if it's cross with Bronny. That's one thing we do got to look up for when whenever Bronny makes that appearance. But other than that,
Sunday,
I think we should straight. Yeah. Oh, you said Sunday?
That's Sunday? I think it's Sunday versus
okay, that's cool.
Long Beach State.
That's cool. That's cool. That's going to be even off the waters because even if it goes to the championship, it'll be Saturday. So even in this case, though, bro, I'm just saying I feel like the Lakers are the spot here. The only thing that's stopping me from just doubling down and going here and just jumping all in here on the Lakers, because they have shown that they care about this game, is that I think that Darvin Ham might fuck up the rotation. I think Darvin Ham might fuck up the rotation. Keep Max Christie, bro, in the rotation, man. He's been playing really good, man. Don't throw him off the rotation, Darvin Ham, please, bro. I know you got some guys coming back healthy. Slow these guys in the rotation. I know that Vando, you want to get them in there for the defensive purposes for sure. Cam Reddish and all that good stuff. Yes, you want to get those guys in. Until then, until Gabe Vincent comes, don't try to take out Max Christie. Let Max Christie run. I think he gets that. I think he gets that done today, and we're gonna see what the starting lineup looks. Hopefully, it doesn't go crazy. But the Lakers, man, I like the Lakers tonight. I think the Lakers are to play. I just think that the line movement is just possibly a little bit fugazi there. Once LeBron gets maxed out, I thought the Lakers were gonna be underdogs though by now. I ain't gonna lie. The way that line was moving was kind of crazy. It was just like it kind of plummeted. It went from like 3 to 1.5 towards there. So I'm thinking that it was a little bit sketchy there, but I think that the Lakers are to play here. I'm not even worried about the Suns, other than that, they could come out crazy hot. That's the only way I see them beating the Lakers. Other than that, man, just give me the Lakers, man. I want to hear what Dutch got to say, though. Honestly, though, if Dutch on the Lakers, it's something else I'm missing, man. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like it's just a matchup situation, but it's something else I'm missing. But I want to hear my boy talk, though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, of course you would pass to me. I don't know if y'all hear this shit though. This motherfucker right in my window, man. So hopefully by the time Bobano's done, this fucking guy's gone. All right, you do your thing, Bobano.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's actually keeping me off Phoenix. Is I know the Lakers are invested in this tournament. There's no question. Do I trust them? No. But they are into this tournament. They want to have a good showing here. And Phoenix is still a little too inconsistent still for my liking. If you look at, are they starting to get, better continuity, cohesion now, Durant and Booker together. And, they haven't even had Beal with them yet. Yeah, but, they're still prone to these, off nights too, losing in Toronto, losing to Denver, of course, before that. Lackluster win against Memphis where they didn't really play that great. I like the over in this game more than either side. I agree with this total going up. I am already involved in the over at a better number than this. I think when I bet, I'm just trying to see which number I got. I got it a little. I didn't get the best number because this opened 225. I got in on it at 228. So didn't get the absolute best, but certainly better than what's out there now. It's up to 229.5 here in this game. And I think it's a really good player prop game. For me, I think you're going to see a lot of offense. Phoenix is going to look to push the pace, wear out the Lakers a little bit. I think it's don't overthink it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel here. Durant and Booker are going to be the guys, tonight for the Phoenix Suns. So I think their point props are worth a look. I think it's a LeBron night. honestly, for the Lakers. I think he's going to have a pretty good offensive night. I think LeBron over points, Booker and Durant over points. I'm interested in all three of those looks tonight. And a game where I think offense is going to be dictated on both sides as the better strength, I guess, for each team in this game. Should be a great atmosphere. I hope at least Crypto Arena is buzzing a little bit more. You know, it hasn't had that same, feel quite like it was when the Lakers were year after year such a great team. But when the Lakers are playing well, and it's more, and this is in theory more meaningful than just your average regular season game. Hopefully, the building, symbolizes that tonight, and that there's good energy in the building, and the Lakers maybe build off that. So, like I said, I lean Suns. I didn't bet it because I know the Lakers are invested. They want to win here. I like this game over the total. Like I said, I think it's one of those games where you don't overthink it. I think Durant, Booker, LeBron James over their point props are all good looks here.
I would agree with that. I think in a game where, whenever you get KD versus LeBron, it just sets up for fireworks. So I do lean towards the over as well. And I like the prop looks. Dutchy, how you feeling about the Lake Show? You got some nice things to say about us today?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do. Shout out to Tiffany, beautiful young lady joining us. Shout out to our girl, JPZ in the motherfucking building. If you didn't know, it's on the motherfucking intro. Skee, you need to get our guy JPZ to do a little profit picks, a little something for you, my guy, a little something for you. But yeah, man, I like what I heard out of my guy Bobano. I'm on LBJ over 25.5. I mean, come on, man. TNT tournament game. I mean, it's LBJ night. It's the king. It's gonna be a King's night, in my opinion. I like the Devin Booker points prop. I'm not mad at, you can't be mad at anything with his name on it. I do believe the Lakers have played quite well in this tournament. And they won the championship in the bubble, which was like a tournament mode. Something about this LBJ and these boys, especially AD, turn up a little bit. So honestly, I think they're probably right now a better basketball team than the Phoenix Suns. They need Bradley Beal back. KD has been in and out a little bit of late. Obviously, Devin Booker has been in and out as well. I think the Suns are really still trying to figure it out. They don't have a point guard, though, so they definitely need to figure that the fuck out. Outside of Nurkic, they're a little small, too, after that. Not a good matchup for them with AD. I'm not mad at AD, but, he usually has one great game and then kind of, falls off the next. But this is a matchup for him where he should definitely exploit. Nobody out there could fuck with AD. I believe, as I mentioned, I already like the LBJ prop because he's bigger and stronger than anyone else out there as usual. But this is a really good matchup considering either everyone's too small, short, or they're just like big and slow. And KD obviously is too soft to even fuck with LBJ. Say what you will about KD, but you don't want an LBJ. He'll give him one little shoulder and that's it. But yeah, man, I like the Lakers here tonight. I do. I think D'Angelo Russell has a night tonight. I think Austin Reeves off the bench has a night tonight. But most importantly, it's led by the King, man. He's gonna turn up in tournament mode. And it's not more about the Lakers here. To me, obviously you have LBJ and I'm counting on him. But I don't think the Suns are that great of a basketball team, to be quite honest with you right now. So you get the Lakers at home, pretty much in a pick-em mode in a game that counts an awful lot. And they have shown that they care about this tournament. So I believe LBJ will go. And the Suns, they don't give a fuck about this right now. They're trying to get Bradley Beal back healthy. They're trying to figure out how they're going to run this team because they still don't have a point guard. And I don't know how it's going to work without no point. I know Booker's been doing his thing, but if you want to win at a high level, man, I really believe you're gonna need someone to run the point. And D'Angelo's out there kind of nice, but LBJ, he gonna have a night tonight, man. He can run the point all damn game long too if he wanted to. But yeah, I like LBJ over 25.5 in the Lake Show -1.5. It's good money.
Hey, that sounds like music to my ears, man.
I think the Suns like early could go good, but at the end of the day, it's Lake Show, man.
It's a funny tread comments here. They said the Durant disrespect, and then Saturated comes right behind him, said Durant will get 30. Then Raven Ron says 30 stitches.
Hey, Durant's nice. Like, he's nice. but he's getting softer and softer, bro. How many times is this motherfucker gonna fall down?
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you, and LBJ give him a little something. Like, he nice, but he too soft on defense, man. He be falling over with the ball offensively sometimes. Watch this motherfucker. He be looking a little clumsy.
Yeah. And he's got stilts for legs.
I like this comment. they don't play.
There's no Atlanta Hawks. I gotta say that for when I'm on the Atlanta Hawks. You just can't throw that out just for willy nilly. You know, you gotta wait for Atlanta to be on the card. Yeah. All right, we'll give you a mini one.
Catch it next week.
Oh man,
been a while.
That's funny.
It's been a while.
Ain't no need to. That's why.
AD getting the wheelchair ready. Oh,
yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
This is such a good matchup for AD. Like,
I will never forget the TNT guys just laughing their fucking ass off last year when that game where AD left in the wheelchair in the back. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. They had to like Shaq and Charles, right?
What are you crumpling paper there? And crumpling paper. That's not what they were laughing at. Trust me.
I remember that.
But hey, the Lakers have had their way with the Suns too, though, bro. They beat them 4 straight times, man. Like, this isn't a good matchup over here, man. Like, and I think LBJ takes a little bit more personal when it gets to KD, that matchup, you know.
I agree. Well, good stuff for the in-season tournament today. What'd you say, Wham Bam?
Oh no, it's gonna be a good game, man. I'm excited for the
both
day.
Games. I'm even more excited for these games tonight than yesterday.
Yeah, good games. I agree.
I was really excited for the Pelicanos game. I ain't gonna lie, but I like tonight's games here. I like the Pelicanos game an awful lot. I was like, damn, they're dogs. Like, what the fuck? Like,
there's only going to be one person can talk at once. I'm looking forward to Thursday night in the semifinals when they do that big ESPN TNT like combo broadcast. It's Kenny and EJ and Shaq and Charles, and they're bringing on Stephen A. Smith and Wilbon to join them all in one studio. Yeah,
that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty.
Stephen A. and Charles in the same building.
Yeah,
on the same set.
Yeah, Wilbon too. Yeah.
A lot of talking over each other for sure.
They didn't invite Bob Myers onto the thing. No, they didn't invite him. He got shut out. Yeah.
I listen to it with music on for the most part.
Yeah, especially when that shit comes on. Like, don't get in too much of a debate with Stephen A. and NBA because his ass, he's losing it, man.
Myers, rookie,
working too much. He's working too much.
Too many different things. Yeah, too many different things. Like, boy, it's not A. Smith no more.
No,
or whatever the fuck he used to say.
All right, let's see if anybody has any looks for tomorrow. Just a quick look ahead. Don't gotta be nothing crazy. But we do have some games up. I'll give it to you first, Ian. Anything that you're looking at for the Wednesday slate?
I'm always interested now. Look, they've hit a bit of a rough patch. They've been a little bit banged up as well. But still, whenever they're catching points, I'm a little bit interested here in Orlando against Cleveland tomorrow. So we'll see how that shakes out. But I'm leaning a little bit to the Magic there in that one. Come on, Washington Wizards against Philadelphia. You know I'll be on the over there in that game. 76ers and Wizards. Obviously a high total, but certainly looking at an over there possibly tomorrow with those two teams. Brooklyn Nets getting 4.5. I'm almost positive that would be a bet of mine tomorrow is Brooklyn plus the points against Atlanta. Don't trust Atlanta. Love the way the Brooklyn Nets are playing right now. And remember, just got Cam Thomas back recently as well. So Brooklyn plus the number, very interested against Atlanta. Probably over there as well, which has already gone up. San Antonio, Minnesota great at home. Not sure I want to lay 12. Might look at Toronto. We'll see. Not sure. Just a small lean there with that one. Charlotte and Chicago. Look, I know Chicago's were able to beat New Orleans. But when Chicago's laying points, I am not interested. Not even maybe when it's Chicago laying points. So I'm not sure I can get there with Charlotte, but Charlotte's, had a couple of better performances lately. So certainly interested at least in Charlotte plus 4.5 at Chicago tomorrow. Oklahoma City, Houston's tough because I've backed both of those teams so much this year. Crazy game with the Thunder. I had them against Dallas the other night. Oh my goodness. They had the huge lead. They almost blew. It was 32-4 at one point in the fourth quarter. for Dallas, completely blew a huge lead, and then Oklahoma City comes back at the end and wins and covers the initial point spread in that game. Insanity. That Thunder Mavs game the other day. That's a good game, though, Oklahoma City, Houston. And then the last three, not a ton. Utah, I'd actually lean Portland a little. I mean, Golden State laying the big number at home. Not sure I'm trustworthy of them there. Denver and Clippers is a really good game there. Clippers are slowly, but surely putting things together. And I mean slowly. And there's still inconsistency in their game, but they've been a little bit better, I would say, the last 9 games, taking on a Denver team that they lost a heartbreaker to just recently, November 27th, and it was a win for Denver. So Clippers might want that one, and they're playing a little bit better. I'm not saying I'll bet the Clippers, but I think spot-wise, not bad spot for the Clippers there tomorrow night.
Babano with the quick run-through of the Wednesday card. Good stuff. Dutch, anything that catches your eye for tomorrow?
Shit, man, I'm trying to get through the day, but looking at tomorrow, I would look at Dallas. I mean, come on, man. They need to get right. They need to feel good game. And I think Utah might be them perfect motherfuckers. They couldn't stop us 4 right now from dropping a buck on them. So yeah, I like Luka and them boys. It's looking at 8 tomorrow. We'll see. Kyrie's questionable, but I would expect them to blow out Utah. And I kind of looked the other way there. I think Golden State, after losing a close one to the Clippers, I think there's levels to this shit. And they need to give them fans a nice 25, 30-point win. And who's better than the Portland fucking bummy ass Trailblazers? So I don't know. I kind of like big numbers tomorrow. Just at first glance, it looks like the Mavericks and the Warriors. It should be big business early and often.
Well, I have nothing against either of those picks. Wham Bam, I'm coming to you. Is anything catching your eye for Wednesday slate?
Yeah, man, I like the Sixers handle business, win by double digits. I like Memphis to start winning with Ja coming back. So going up against Pistons, that's a good start off there. OKC first half. I think I did shout that out in the first half when Banner was talking about it. M. Scissor says he likes OKC. I like the first half there because 4-1 ATS last 5. 1-4 ATS for Houston at last 5. So I like that. Yeah, that's pretty much that's the only thing that really catches me out. If I want to make a risk, I think the Clippers probably. I agree with Bamano too. I think the Clippers may be starting to win it too. So
you heard what PJ Tucker said?
Nah, what would he say?
He said there's not enough basketballs in the world for this team, or some shit like that.
Probably right.
So, yeah, for real though. Somebody
he ain't got no minutes, bro. Like PJ Tucker, like. That should be a solid piece. I don't know what Ty Lue's doing over there, man.
I think they gotta do like a time travel, like turn back the clock with everybody. Like whoever bringing their energy back in 2012, that's who we gonna like. Whoever got that 2012 energy, you gonna get the ball today. Like you know what I'm saying? Like other than that, we gonna just keep this shit rotating. But that's pretty much it though, bro. I think OKC first half is probably the closest one, and Sixers is the closest one I'm locking in as official here, but nothing locked in yet.
I co-sign with Wham Bam said about Memphis, Detroit. Now, when I first looked at that game, I said pass because Memphis is a road favorite. Usually I'm not interested, but Detroit is that bad right now. Like they are absolutely awful, god-awful basketball team. And Memphis, they beat Utah, they beat Dallas. They were competitive last game against Phoenix, lost by 7, covered the number. Yeah, I think you can make a good case for Memphis there just to win the game against a horrible Detroit team.
I think I can agree with that. But I think I can agree with that. I agree with, not really wanting to lay with Atlanta at home. I would look more towards Brooklyn there, especially, since they've been getting healthier. And Minnesota at home, they're holding opponents closer to like 100 points per game. I might look towards that Spurs team total under, if anything there. So those are the ones that catch my eye right now. And we can move right along. We've been on here it's been kind of quick today. 39 minutes, 45 seconds.
Only 2 games. Yep. Only 2 games. Yep.
So it was about that time. We'll move on over to best bets. And I'm going to go to my guy, Wham Bam, first. Let the people know what's the best way to get paid.
Yeah, the best bet got to be the only bet. Well, I locked in both bets already there, but I'm going to just give y'all y'all know I got the juicy one where with the plus 425, RJ Barrett to get the 20 points and the win, New York Knicks. But we're just going to stick to him to get 17 points today. Again, he's averaging 18 points against this team so far in his career. He's at 3 consecutive 20-point games against this team without the downgrade with Drew Holiday being gone. So I like him to get 16.5 points. For RJ Barrett against this Bucks team. I think they're going to win the game, so that's going to be an official play for me. RJ Barrett to get 16.5 points, minus 115 is what we're getting right there. Or actually, minus 105. I'm sorry, minus 105.
I like it. RJ Barrett sounds like a good look. Babano, I'm coming to you, and I have a feeling you're going with the Laker game.
No, I'm actually going with the New York Knickerbockers, New York Knicks for best bet here, plus 5.5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. I think it's a competitive game. They only lost by 5 earlier this season against Milwaukee, and I just like what we're seeing at the defensive end of the basketball court from this New York Knicks team coming into this in-season tournament quarterfinal matchup tonight. I like that they are 6-4 straight up. 7-3 against the spread on the road this year. I think it's a tight game, and I like the Knicks, the better defensive team, catching points. New York plus 5.5, best bet.
I like it. My best bet, I'm gonna look at the Knicks in a different way. It's the only bet that I've made today, so I have to share it here again. But I like the Bucks team total under. I got 117.5. I still like it even if it's at 116.5, which I think it is now. But the Knicks have only given up that number one time so far this season, and that was the second game of the season. Like, this is a really good defense. And that's what I'm betting on tonight. If you like the Knicks, I don't like them because I think they're just gonna, light up the scoreboard. I like them because they're gonna win with defense. So Bucks team total under 117.5, 116.5 for the show. And that's what I'm rocking with. Last but not least, Babano did a good job closing it out for you last week. But we got our Dutch boy back. Let the people know how to get paid and take us home, Dutch.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're going to La La Land, man. Who better to bet on than the king of LA, LBJ? Over 25.5 points. It's good money, man. BJ, Saturated, VC3, DK, Mr. Dan Kelly. All the real ones holding us down. Cheshire Cat, I see you, my dude. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay pretty motherfucking bookies the rest. Yeah, man.